Hi everybody, and welcome to my broadcast tonight for weekly witch chat. Let me tell you where you can find me on my social media platforms. Find me on Facebook at Magically Blessed. Find me on Instagram at autumn_Phoenix1. Find me on Twitter at Priestess Autumn. Find me on YouTube at Autumn Phoenix, and find me on Periscope at Autumn Phoenix. Tonight it's all about what is right and what is wrong. Is it wrong to use witchcraft for personal gain? Should witches just do spells and rituals and hexes and curses for other people and leave themselves high and dry? When people find out that you're a witch, they automatically want things from you. But some of them back off from you when you charge people for spells, rituals, hexes, and curses. But people who are serious pay the price. But when it seems that witches do spells to make their own lives better, they are all of a sudden devil worshippers. They are all of a sudden going to hell. They are all of a sudden agents of the devil. It's not wrong to improve your life. If your life is currently shit, why would you not do everything in your power to change that? Nobody wants to live a shitty life. Nobody should live a shitty life. That's not a life. You're better off dead. Many people think it's somehow morally wrong and unethical to use witchcraft for yourself. And I'm going to explain why it's actually not. And a big reason why it's actually not is because if your life is shitty, you want to change your life. And you might have to resort to magical means to bring about real change, fast change in your life. As though, they say it as though wanting a good living situation, enough food to eat, and better opportunities is wrong. It's not wrong to want a better living situation. It's not wrong to want more food if you're starving every night, and especially if you have kids. It's not wrong to want better opportunities for yourself if you happen to live in a county, a country, or a town, or a city in which opportunities are just not coming your way. Why do we even have this thought in the first place? Christians teach that selflessness was a good thing, that suffering was a way to get closer to God, and that if you were greedy and wanted nice things, for yourself, you are a bad person. Suffering is not going to get you closer to God. You're just going to be suffering. Point blank, period. Okay? Witchcraft does not have any of these beliefs. It's not part of our teachings. It's not part of our teachings to be dirt poor, or to not be married, or to not have a nice car, a nice house, to own your own business, to own your own island. This is because witchcraft is not a religion. Witchcraft is a practice. Witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature to bring about real change, on top of you doing your part to bring that change into the area of your life that needs it the most. It's not what TV, movies, books, comic books have always portrayed it as. Is it okay to use witchcraft for personal gain? Yes. it is okay to use witchcraft for your own personal gain. If you make your own life amazing, you won't run out of magical juice before you can do spells for your loved ones or your friends, especially your close friends, because you might have some of those friends that just want to take advantage of you. They don't actually give two shits about you. Focusing on improving your own life first gives you vastly much more resources to work with when you are trying to help those around you. If we're always neglecting ourselves, if we are always putting ourselves on the back burner, we will never live a more magically filled life. We will always suffer if we always put ourselves on the back burner for other people. Sometimes we have to go to war for ourselves. So by neglecting ourselves to focus on the people around us, our family, our friends, we are actually doing them a disservice. By not taking care of ourselves, we are unwittingly making our well-being the responsibility of the people around us. If you are not taking care of you, let me tell you something. If you are not taking care of you, the people who love you are going to worry. I'm talking about the people that actually care about you. The people who actually love you. The people around you who love you are going to worry, put in a lot more effort, and drain themselves trying to take care of you. That's the opposite of what you are actually going for. It's not ideal or highly suggested to be entirely dependent on other people for your well-being. Given to yourself first and meeting your own needs means that the people who love you, the real people, the people who are not fake and phony, the people who love you can stress less, and you will have more to give other people when you are not at the end of, because you are not at the end of your rope all of the time. We do not exist on this planet to be miserable. You don't have to go through life unhappy, sad, depressed, maybe even wanting to kill yourself because your life is just so shit. We are not existent on this planet to be miserable. People do not exist to be born, spend their lives miserable, and then ultimately die. We are here to love, expand, and innovate. That's what nature is all about. Wicca is a nature-based religion. That is what it is all about. Not doing everything in your power to get out of misery and into a life that makes you happy is working against your own nature. So if you don't do everything in your power to make your life suitable, to make it better, you don't really have anybody else to blame but yourself. When you work against nature, you are working against yourself, because we are nature. We are made of it. We're here to use these abilities that are ingrained in us, and our happiness is the sign, the neon sign, bright light sign, pointing the way. pain and happiness are a sign from our bodies and or even our minds that something is wrong. It's how our minds communicate to us that we are in a situation that is bad for us. Your happiness and well-being can only make the world a happier place for all of us to not be so miserable. Because you don't want to be miserable because someone told you you could not use witchcraft to improve your life. You cannot use witchcraft for your personal gain. You have to use your witchcraft to help other people. But what about you though? You can and you should use every tool, every skill, including witchcraft, at your disposal to create the life that you want. And if you have to resort to getting into witchcraft, joining a coven, getting under the covering of a priest or priestess of Wicca to change your life from its current circumstances, then you should do it then. Because we are not here on earth to be miserable. So the answer to this question, is it wrong to use witchcraft for personal gain? No, it's not wrong. So thank you for joining me on this broadcast. Let me very quickly tell you again where you can find me on social media. Find me on Facebook at Magically Blessed. Find me on Instagram at autumn_Phoenix1. Find me on Twitter at Priestess Autumn. Find me on YouTube at Autumn Phoenix. And find me here on Periscope at Autumn Phoenix.